Welcome back, everybody. Todd Huey here with Lone Star Boars, Huey Outdoors. We're going to go over a subject. This is one of the most frequently asked questions that I get, at least in the top three. And always people are curious about ammunition and what I'm using. Now, this is actually going to be not typical for the channel. If you've watched this channel for a while, you know I love 308, I love 6.8, I love 7.62 by 39. Those are my primary calibers. In fact, told most of you, 5.56 for hogs, they're tough. 5.56 is a little light for hogs in most scenarios. So that's been my past experience. If that's all you have, of course, use it, but there are better choices. I started with 5.56, and how this ended up is just for self-defense, shit hits the fan scenarios. Obviously, I have 5.56. It's the United States. That's our primary military caliber. And I have a ton of Full Metal Jacket, a ton of SS 109 green tips, but I didn't have very many what I consider, expanding ammunition. And I found this online, and originally that's what I purchased it for. I purchased it for home defense in the lineup with some of the steel core SSS 109, something that would expand on non-armored targets and do the job very well. Of course, having it, I hunt hogs. I have all these hogs I'm shooting. Hogs are tougher than humans, but the anatomy is pretty close. And I needed to get out. I wanted to see how it's going to perform because why not? I mean, I have this stuff. I want to know what it's going to do. And what we're going to talk about is get the box right. Hopefully it'll focus. It's AAC Saber Black Tick. Now, I went with the 75 grain. I like the heavier bullet. Also, I think it's better for the bigger pigs as well. 2,700 feet per second out of a 16-inch barrel is what they're claiming. I didn't chronograph it, but from what I have researched and everybody else I looked at, that seems to be fairly accurate. Within 30 feet per second. It may be a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower, seems to be the general consensus. I didn't see anything that indicated that it was not. The platform that I ran it through and all the footage that you're going to see and all the kills that you're going to see, this is it. It's an LWRC 16-inch 5.56. I've got an energetic Sonos on it from Silencer Shop, and from Huey Outdoors, which is my store. I sell night vision and thermal. We have this Thermion XL50. It's a 1024 thermal weapon sight. These are actually on sale right now. They're $1,000 off, and we pay the sales tax, so no sales tax and free shipping. So that's a hell of a deal on those. They are in stock and ready to ship. With the black tip, and here's the actual bullet. Hopefully we can get this to focus. Just a 5.56 black ballistic tip on there. This is not a VMAX. These actually hold together. Now, I don't believe it's interlocked either, but the results that I'm getting is just a standard rounded lead, and you'll see a picture here somewhere. It deformed into a mushroom, and no petals or anything like that, just a mushroom, but it seemed to retain most of its weight. As far as performance on hogs, I was really impressed, especially for 5.56. Now on the bigger boars, I shot several bigger boars with this. Some of them at range, a lot of them I took farther shots than what I normally do just to test the performance. So a couple of them were my average shots 50, 60 yards. A lot of these, or several of these, will be over 100 yards. A few of them will be over 200 yards and close to 300 yards. I was taking center shoulder shots just because obviously a headshot with almost anything is going to drop them. Central nervous system hit will just drop things instantly, and I wanted to see the performance of these. On the big boars with a lot of dirt caked on their shoulders, if you know, big boars are thick. Pigs are thick in general. A lot of dense muscle, bones, and then the boars have a cartilage that runs, a shield that runs along their shoulder. And then here in the summertime, they waller. We have kind of black clay, red clay in the areas, and that stuff builds up and almost dries. And sometimes it can get a couple inches thick, almost makes like a ceramic plate on them. A lot of times, something like a VMAX or something like that will hit that dirt and that plate and won't make it into the vitals and they run off. These were penetrating. On the very big bores, I was not getting complete pass throughs, but obviously it was getting to the internal organs and it was doing its job, because you'll see here in the videos shortly that most of these are dropping. On the smaller pigs, 100 pounds less, especially the real small pigs, um, the eaters, the ones that you want to cook, I was getting some pass throughs, but it seems to drop most of the energy into the target, which is good for me because I hunt around very expensive cattle, and bullets not going all across the countryside are a good thing for me. Another thing that I'm real excited about on these is they make this in 7.62 by 39 and 308. And one of the other big things about this is cost. This 75 grain bullet was cheaper than Lake City SS 109 by about 10 cents. And then, at least at the time of making this video, and just Winchester SS 109, which is not very good hunting ammo, I don't think. It's the steel core penetrators, was just 5 cents more, where this actually expands, and it's a 75 grain versus 62 grain bullet. You can get this in 62 grain and 55 grain, I believe. I have not tried those yet. Y'all can comment down in the video if you want me to try those. I will. But what I'm really interested is they make this in a steel case, 7.62 by 39, same bullet. If I'm getting this kind of performance out of the 5.56, the 7.62 by 39 should be pretty awesome. With the sanctions and everything going on, 7.62 by 39 is getting harder and harder to find. It's still pretty easy to find. There's some American manufacturers that are making some FMJ now, but now we have an American manufacturer, AAC, that is making a steel case 7.62 by 39 that will actually expand. And from what I see, the prices are right there or cheaper than the old Russian just soft points. And again, if it has this type of performance that I'm getting out of this 5.56, it's going to be amazing. But hopefully we'll check that out in the future. I'll get some of those ordered, and we'll get those going. And they make a 308 as well. But that's enough about that. Good price, really good performance. I found that accuracy was more than acceptable for hunting. I had no problem hitting, targets a couple 100 yards out. It worked great in my rifle. And we'll go to the hunting footage now. Obviously, go check out AAC, look at them, see what you think. But it's the Saber black tip, or Saber blade black tip, and the ones that this video are on are the 75 grain.
just can't get over that. Freaking. Well, shit, took a lot of hits, but I mean, it seems like they're hitting hard.